if any of the nominees so screened has any petition against him or her, that it can only be taken at this stage of the confirmation. Just to remind, when we get to the name, when we get to the name of that person. For emphasis, sir.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor that the Senate do approve the nomination of Barrister Adebayo Shitu Distinguished colleagues, those in favor that the Senate do approve the nomination of Barrister Adebayo Shitu as a minister in the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. Let's sit down. Those in favor. Distinguished colleagues, there is need for us to comport ourselves. I did ask earlier on if anybody had comments and observations. We passed that stage. If you did not observe at that time, you cannot hold us answer. When we get to points of comments, you may comment and I'll allow you. But once we have passed, we have moved. We are put in favor of us confirming Barrister Adebayo Shitu as a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Barrister Adebayo Shitu is approved as appointment as minister for the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Distinguished colleagues, those in favor that Adija Abba Ibrahim is approved as a ministerial nominee, the appointment as Minister of Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Adija Abba Ibrahim is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Senator Anikin Lokobiri is approved as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Senator Anikin Lokobiri is approved as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Claudius Omoleye Daramola is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Claudius Omoleye Daramola is approved as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Baba Shehu Mustafa is approved as a Minister for the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Baba Shehu Mustafa is approved as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Ocholi Onojo James is approved as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Enojo James Ocholi is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Folorunso Isaac Adewale is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Adewale Isaac Folorunso is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Honorable Bawa Buhari is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Bawa Buhari is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Mr. Jeffrey Onyema is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Mr. Jeffrey Onyema is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Hajia Zainab S. Ahmed is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Hajia Zainab S. Mohammed is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Mansour Mohammed Dan Ali is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is approved as the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Pastor Usani Guru is approved as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Pastor Usani Guru is approved as the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Mr. Okechukwu Eina Enelama is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Mr. Okechukwu Eina Enelama is approved as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The next one is the Professor Onwuka Anthony Gozie.
Point of order, sir. Order 43. I may just read the first two lines. By the indulgence of the Senate and the leave of the President of the Senate, a senator may make a personal explanation, although there may be no question before the Senate, but no controversial matter may be brought forward. This nominee is one of the few nominees that had petition written against his nomination before the Senate. And though he was screened, we have said that at the point of confirmation, that all those who had petitions against them, that the petitions will be discussed first before their confirmation. So I want to move that we follow the rule. I so move. Yeah.
You came under a point of order, and the order is noted. Mr.
President, distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Neji Atana Achon, representing Imo North. After due consultation among the petitioners, they have now asked me to withdraw the petition. So I withdraw.
Thank you, God bless you. God bless you, sir.
The petition is hereby withdrawn. The petition is hereby withdrawn. There's only a seconder. So we go back. Those in favor that Professor Onwuka Anthony Gozie is hereby appointment as a minister of the government of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Professor Onwuka Anthony Gozie is hereby appointed as the minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Mohammed Musa Bello appointment as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Mohammed Musa Bello is appointed as the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that the Senate do approve appointment of Adamu as the Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Adamu approve appointment as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor that Aisha Abubakar approve appointment as the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Aisha Abubakar approve appointment as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Committee on Ethics. Next is Chubuke Rotimi Amechi. I'm on Committee on Ethics.
Yeah. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, my name is Senator Samuel Ndemeka Anyanwu. I represent Imo East in Imo State and the Chairman, Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petitions. Mr. President, you are aware that the petition has already been led, and I want us to read out the report of the committee. I would like to take from the observation of findings of the committee. I'll start from 4.0. There's testimony and submissions. The committee listened to oral testimonies and received written submissions from the following: the petitioner, Livingstone Wishe. Mr. Livingstone Wishe said that from the details of various wrongdoings available to him, which he stated in his petition, Chibuike Rotimi Amechi should not be accepted for screening by the Senate as ministerial nominee from Rivers State, and urged the Senate to drop his nomination and request Mr. President to provide another nominee from Rivers State. He also insisted that the state should ensure that Chibuike Rotimi Amechi is prosecuted. The minister nominee, Mr. Rotimi Amechi, in his own defense, said, Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amechi testified that the matter before the committee was actually in appeal court, and that the court was yet to sit and pass judgment on the case. He further testified that he went to a high court in Rivers State earlier, challenging the impartiality and the competence of the Rivers State Judicial Commission of Inquiry to exercise the powers to summon, investigate, prosecute, and punish him, and sought for an injunction from the High Court to restrain the Judicial Commission of Inquiry from further investigation of the matter, insisting that it lacked such powers. However, the High Court dismissed the relief sought and stated that the Judicial Commission of Inquiry had power under the Constitution to summon, investigate, and declare findings, but lacked power to pass judgment and punish, and so refused to grant that further hearing of the case he suspended. Therefore, Right Honorable Amechi took the case. Thereafter, Right Honorable Chibuike Amechi took the case to appeal court, seeking to quash the decision of the State High Court. Observation and findings. As investigation of the matter progressed, additional important documents which view the case from various positions were also tendered before the committee. and these were also taken into consideration in drawing the recommendations of the committee. The documents include: 1, a letter from Office of the Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice of Rivers State forwarding the report, white paper of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry for the investigation of the administration of Governor Chibuike Amaechi on the sale of valued assets of Rivers State and other related matters under the chairmanship of Honorable Justice George Otapo Omereji, dated October 8, 2015. 2, the ruling/judgment dated 20th August 2015 of the Rivers State High Court by Honorable Justice S.C. Amadi Judge, which rejected the relief sought to declare the Judicial Commission of Inquiry lacks the powers to investigate and make findings known, and therefore dismiss the suit. 3, 3 different letters from Edward and William, a firm of legal practitioners, on behalf of the ministerial nominee, as follows: A letter from the ministerial nominee, Right Honorable Rotimi Amaechi, could not appear at the committee hearing because of the constraint that the matter was in court. Since whatever he might say at the committee hearing will be seen as prejudicial to court judgment, the letter was dated October 8, 2015. The second letter, a letter to counter the contents of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, white paper, dated 12th October 2015. 3, a letter to discountenance the contents of the petition by Mr. Livingstone Wiche, dated 9th October 2015. 4, notice of summons from the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, submitted to the committee on the 20th October 2015, summoning the Senate President and the Senate of the National Assembly to appear before it. The suit seeks to clarify the position of the law as to whether the Senate can screen, consider, ratify, accept, approve, or confirm an indicted ministerial nominee. The committee also observed that: 1, neither the Senate nor the presenter knew that the matter being presented on the floor of the Senate was already a subject of litigation in an appeal court or a Port Harcourt court. 2, since the matter is already a subject of litigation in a competent court of law, and since the Senate could not work contrary to its own rules, Order 41.7, it is contrary in taking further action. Recommendations. Following from the discovery that the matter before the Senate is actually before a competent court of law, the committee accordingly recommends as follows: A, that since the ministerial nominee had gone to the Court of Appeal to challenge the content of the petitions and the white paper of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, the Senate is unable to recommend the consideration of its confirmation. B, that the Senate do consider and adopt the recommendation as proposed by the committee. Conclusion. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the committee wishes to thank Mr. President and my distinguished senators for your support and opportunity to serve our dear nation in this capacity. Thank you and God bless. This report is signed by 7 out of the 11 members who are not around. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Leader.
Distinguished colleagues, I rise under Order 53.9 to provide proper guidance. This report that is submitted has 5B2, which states clearly, since a matter is already a subject of litigation in a competent court of law, and since the Senate could not work contrary to its own rules, that is Order 41.7, it is constrained in taking any further action. Now let this be the recommendation so accepted. I so move.
Am I about? Whenever the leader moves a motion, sometimes I'm expected to second, but amend. I wanted to amend his motion. Because we are also allowed to move a counter motion. Well, Mr. President, because of the maturity of the Senate and the sanctity of these chambers, you recall that when this order, because of the sanctity of this Senate, the maturity of the Senate, you recall that when the nominee appeared before us, I stood up on behalf of my colleagues, the caucus of the PDP, and explained that we will only make comments after the report that was tabled before us was finally presented to the Senate for discussion. The chairman, today the report has been presented before us. I just want us to follow not our sentiments, but follow our rule that in seconding whatever motion he has, that I rather want to move a motion that in line with the agreement that was made on the day of screening, that the Senate do allow proper discussion of the report that has just been presented before us. I so move. It's a fresh motion. I'm not seconding.
The leader came on order 53-7 and 52-7. Yeah, I made an amendment to the recommendation.
I'm not introducing anything, sir. I'm taking the recommendation of the chairman of the report, which says,
can we, two issues. Is there any seconder to this motion? He has raised and he has. Leader of the Senate.
Sir, let me explain. I stood up under the standing order to move my motion, and my motion is still standing for secondment, and you put the question.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, the Senate leader's job is to lead the Senate properly. When you stood up, you came and you started with the standing order of the Senate, and you went to order 53. So the question of you're saying that you move a motion and then came under standing order, those things do not exist. You come under one. Either you come under the standing order or you move a motion. What we are saying is that we are talking about the findings of the committee. As I speak, I said that we had agreed in this Senate that we will only speak when the report is presented before us. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we want to speak. And if you, as a leader of the Senate, is saying that this should be
distinguished colleagues, I think that the leader came under an order. I'll still give the leader an opportunity to put his motion. The comments that or any contributions you want to make, after the motion it becomes, if we take the motion now, after the motion you will have a point to make your own contribution. to and make your comments and contribution. No, it will not. It will not. It will not. It is only talking. No. It's talking about the issue of recommendation. You will still. You will still make sure you still make your comments. You will see, yeah.
My name is Godswill Akpabio. I'm a lawyer of over 27 years standing at the bar. And by God's grace and your support, the minority leader of the Senate. Mr. Chairman, legally speaking, we had agreed here that whenever, please, that whenever they report on any of the nominees, any complaint, when the report is ready and presented, that we'll have the opportunity to debate the report. And what has just happened is that the report has just been presented, and the next thing is for us to report. What the leader is attempting to do is attempting to move a motion to shut out the debate on the report. And where that happens, then it will mean that you have the rule of audio authorem patem has not been applied by the Senate. We must allow the other side to be heard. All we are asking is for the other side to be heard. Leader, is that too much to ask? I insist.
Point of order.
Leader, no, distinguished colleagues. There's already another, distinguished colleagues. What we'll do is that, as we already agreed, the comments that need to be contributed, they will be contributed. And after that, we'll still go back to that motion and take the motion that Mr. Leader said. Okay. So, anybody has any comments? Any comments?
Point of order. Chairman.
I am Senator George Thompson Sekibo, Justice of the Peace. I am Commander of the Order of the Niger. Mr. Senior President, please help to talk to my colleague on the other side to listen. Because if they don't listen, when they withdraw, others will make noise.
Yeah.
All right. And that they should be sure that Nigerians are watching us. Mr. President, I represent Rivers East Central District. I have the interest to speak on this particular matter because as members of the Rivers State Caucus, senators from the Rivers State, and members of that caucus in the Senate, we had the privilege to indulge the report and lay it here. And for that case, I have the right, even for the right of a reply. Mr. President, we represent our people. We represent our people. And the Nigerian people we represent. The Nigerian people we represent are the majority. The majority is not APC. The majority is the Nigerian people. The true judges are the Nigerian people. Those who are evaluating and giving value to the work we are doing are the Nigerian people. So we must respect the Nigerian people. I am speaking for the Nigerian people to hear. So my colleagues should be patient with me. Now, Your Excellency, the report that was laid here was worthy of allegations. Allegations on corruptions, allegations on sales of public assets, mismanagement of funds, and above all, in funding these issues. Mr. Senior President, and by the leave of this Senate, you are magnanimous enough and referred that report to the Senate Committee on Public Petitions. The committee has done its work, and the committee has come with a report. Mr. Senior President, there is no way any person here can amend a committee's report. It is not a motion. There is no way that a senator will pick from a finding, from one of the findings, and convert it to be a motion and ask it to be the recommendation. I'm speaking. No, I am speaking. I am speaking, sir. I am speaking. We are debating the report. We are debating the report. Now, with respect to my Senate leader, who rose up and picked up a point contrary to the provision of our rules, and said that he has picked a findings, and that should be the recommendation. That should be the recommendation of the report. The report has clearly said this. The report has said this, that since the ministerial nominee had gone to court of appeal to challenge the content of the petition and the white paper of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, the Senate is unable to recommend the consideration of his confirmation. That is the recommendation of the committee. I am not saying that Senate should accept it. I am not saying so. But if Senate is to say no to it, it is the recommendation you will go and say no to, not one of the findings that you will go and say no to. And there is a moral burden on all of us here. A moral burden on all of us here. Whatever we do today will be recaptured in future. If we encourage corruption, when Mr. President is fighting against corruption, then this chamber is encouraging corruption. You look at this matter very well, and handle it very well. Yes, the majority may have their own way, but we will have our own say. And our say is that we are joining Buhari to fight against corruption, and we will join him to fight against this corruption. But I pray that his followership, including all of you, join him to fight against this corruption.
Senator Jide Omowolare.
Mr. President, my name is Babajide Omowolare. I'm the senator representing Osun East, Ife, Ijesha Senatorial District. The most ranking senator that just spoke is the Justice of Peace. I'm a notary public. And I'm a legal practitioner of over 25 years. And I'm commander of the Order of Niger. Let me start, Mr. President, sir, Mr. Chairman, at this committee of the whole, to first of all address the issue of the recommendation of the committee. Just like we have select committees, we have standing committees. This is the most important committee of the Senate. It is the committee of the whole. At every committee level, any recommendation can be amended. At committee of the whole, a recommendation can be amended. Point number one. Point number two. Point number two. Point number two. The basis of the the basis of the leader's submission, which he brought submission, he brought it under point of order and he moved the motion, a consequential motion. Is predicated under Order 53, Rule 5, because this matter is sub judice, is pending, and Order 41, Rule 7. And may I just read Order 41, Rule 7?
Yes, go ahead.
Order 41, Rule 7 provides.
Don't worry, go ahead.
Order 41, Rule 7, which was what the leader thought the recommendation would have been. The Senate shall not receive any petition on any matter for which there is a judicial remedy. If, Mr. President, sir, Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, sir, Order 53.5 provides that reference shall not be made to any matter on which a judicial decision is pending in such a way as might, in the opinion of the President of the Senate, prejudice the interest of the parties thereto. If a matter was pending and we did not know, and this matter was made known at the committee level, the committee should have been guided to come here and tell us that we have an obligation under Section 147, which I may also read, Mr. President, to approve a ministerial nominee. Let me read Section 147 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which...
Read it.
Section 1. Mr. President, sir. Section 147 provides.
Go ahead, don't worry, go ahead.
Section 147, subsection 2 provides that any appointment to the office of the Minister of the Government of the Federation shall, if the nomination of the person of such office is confirmed by the Senate, be made by the President. Even the power under Order 41 of our rules, which is a subsidiary legislation, this is the fountain of every other law. And Section 1, subsection 3 of the Constitution has told us that if this Constitution is at variance with the rules, the Constitution will even prevail. Most importantly, Mr. President, is the fact that even looking at the report, it says that
Your mic here. Turn this way. Turn this way.
It's okay.
the recommendation that since the ministerial nominee had gone to the Court of Appeal to challenge the content of the petition and the white paper of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, what this tells me, it takes me to Section 66 of the Constitution. Because under Section 147, for you to become a minister, you must be qualified as a member of House of Reps. Section 65 has defined who is qualified. Section 66 has defined who is not qualified. The petitioner and the committee must have relied on a provision that unfortunately is obsolete. It has been amended. And I will quote the amendment. It has been the Constitution, unfortunately. That's Mr. President. In conclusion, Mr. President, in view of the fact that what is being relied upon is even no longer part of our Constitution. It has been expunged by the first alteration by the 6th Senate. I hereby second the motion as moved by the leader.
distinguished colleagues, the earlier speaker raised some issues, and I think it's important that what Senator Moai said should be noted, because he was referring to us to the Constitution 66 and the amendment. I think it's very important because you raised some issues bordering on the integrity of the Senate, and that we should not be seen to be condoning the issue of corruption, etc. And I think what he was raising there is what the Constitution now says today on the issue of indictment. And I think that the report of the Committee on Ethics in their recommendation are silent on that. And I can only conclude that the only reason they're silent on that is that also they concur with the position of that. So unless the chairman, ethics, you want to say something on that area, then I'll put the question.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues. My name is Senator Samuel Nebekanyahu. I represent Imo East. Mr. Chairman, first of all, let me rely on order 43 of personal explanation. And I want to say on this report, Mr. Chairman, that if you look at the report, we took helicopter overview of the findings and observation by the committee. So what the leader took was just an observation, and then the recommendation is what we said, that because the Senate cannot work against its own extant law or rule, we are not even have right to recommend for confirmation. We can't even start confirmation of the nominee. That's the truth. The confirmation has any right.
Chairman, I thought you were going to comment on the point that Senator Omowara raised, which was not in your report.
Mr. Chairman, first of all, if you remember, when I was reading out the findings, I read the letter from the local firm of the Mr. nominee, that in the first instance, he's not supposed to appear before the committee. So it is important. The Constitution, Section 66H, has been repeated actually as a matter of fact under the alteration law, under the alteration of the Constitution. But that is not the issue in question. The issue in question is that this Senate has no power to work according to its rule to entertain any matter in the court. Therefore, our recommendation is that there should not be any confirmation. That's the vote of the committee.
I think I have to put the...
No need for request. No need for request. Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry.
I don't need to sit down. Senator Olujimi.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Biodun Olujimi. I represent Ekiti South Senatorial District. Mr. President, from all indications, we are being shut out. And the only reason I am standing up to speak is to tell you, Mr. President, that there is a moral burden on not only this Senate, but on the government of President Buhari that is riding on a crest. That is riding on a crest. I will finish. I am a woman. You need to let me speak. Mr. President, there is a moral burden on anyone who is riding on the crest of corruption. No corruption, minimum corruption. We don't want corruption. And there is a weighty allegation against anybody. There is a need there is a need, Mr. President, to ensure that the court of law absolves him before we can confirm him in this Senate. I am insisting that the court of law must clear him before we confirm him in this Senate. The majority, Mr. President, the majority will always have its way. But the truth is that Nigerians will know that this government is not about to fight any corruption and is only willing to condone it all of the way. Thank you, Mr. President.
Senator Lidani.
Mr. President, Mr. Chairman, Lidani.
Yes, he's called me now.
Go ahead.
Let Lidani finish. Mr. President, let Lidani finish. Mr. President, after that. My name is... Leave him. Mr. President, my name is Joshua Lidani, representing Gombe State. Gombe South. Can we move together? Don't move one. Mr. President, no, let him finish. There is before us for consideration the report of the committee. There is a report before this Senate of a committee that was set up by this very same Senate. This committee submitted its report, and its report is in accordance with our rules. Our rules, the rules of Senate, is in consonance with section. Senator Abdullahi, in consonance. The rules of court has the backing of law because it is set up pursuant to section 60 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which says, Mr. President, subject to the provisions of this Constitution, the Senate or the House of Reps shall have power to regulate its own procedure, including the procedure for summoning addition of the House. So these rules have the force of law. They are not subsidiary legislation, Mr. President. And the debate, the report that was submitted is in accordance with our rules. The report is saying when there is a matter pending before a competent court of jurisdiction, the Senate is stopped from discussing that issue. So, to begin with, the nomination of the ministerial nominee should not be considered by the Senate because it's a matter that is pending before a competent court of law. So the Senate has no right to
Mr. President, sorry, information. Point of information, sir. No, point of information, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Please. Minority Leader, can you listen? Thank you. Mr. President, my name is Barnabas Gemade, Benue Northeast Senatorial District.
It appears the
PDP senators led by the minority leader are staging a walkout.
By the opposition that have had their say.
But the majority has its way.
And came to a point where they believe that their say has been fully said. And now it is for the way of the winners to have their way. Because in democracy, it's an issue of the majority carries the vote. In the case of this candidate, it is an issue of for and against. And so much has been said, everything that needs to be said has been said, and therefore the chairman should put the question on the approval of this candidate, after which we will vote. Thank you.
Distinguished colleagues, I now put the question, first of all, I now put the question first on the report that the Senate, those in favor of the no, we can just reject. Those in favor of the recommendation of the report say aye. Those against say nay. The nays have it. The report of the Senate Committee on Ethics is hereby rejected. Now we now go to the approval. Senate, those in favor that Chibuike Rotimi Amechi is approved an appointment as Minister of the Government of Federal Republic of Nigeria, say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Chibuike Rotimi Amechi is appointed as a Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Leader.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we revert to plenary to report progress. I so second.
Those in favor that we report progress, say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
This is one situation that was not envisaged by the rules of the
resume consideration of the request of Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federation for the confirmation of nominees for appointment as ministers of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The following nominees answered questions from distinguished senators on a number of topical national issues Thereafter, the committee approved the nomination. Barrister Adebayo Shitu, Khadija Abba Ibrahim, Heineken Lokubri, Claudius Omole Daramola, Baba Shehura Mustafa, Ocholi Enojo James, Adewale Isaac Folonsho, Honorable Bawa Buhari, Mr. Jeffrey Oyema, Zainab S. Ahmed, Mansour Mohammed Dan Ali, Pastor Sani Uguru, Mr. Okechukwu Eyina Elemena, Professor Anwuka Anthony Goze, Mohammed Musa Bello, Adamu, Aisha Abubakar, Chibuke Rotimi Amici. Is this, as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is this a true reflection of what transpired in the community of the whole? Yes. Thank you. Confirmation. Okay. Thank you. Now it's time for confirmation of the nominees. I put the question for each nominee for confirmation. Would the Senate confirm Barrister Adebayo Shitu as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Barrister Adebayo Shitu is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Would the Senate confirm the nominee of Minister Khadija Abba Ibrahim as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Khadija Abba Ibrahim is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Senator Heineken Olokubiri as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Senator Heineken Olokubiri is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Claudius Omole Daramola as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Claudius Omole Daramola is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Baba Shehura Mustafa as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Baba Shehura Mustafa is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of James Enojo Ocholi as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. James Enojo Ocholi is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm Adewale Isaac Folonsho as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Adewale Isaac Folonsho is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Honorable Bawa Buhari as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Bawa Buhari is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm Mr. Jeffrey Oyema as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Mr. Geoffrey Oyema is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Zainab S. Ahmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Zainab S. Ahmed is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Mansour Mohammed Danali as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Mansour Mohammed Danali is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Pastor Sani Sani Uguru as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Pastor Sani Sani Uguru is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Mr. Okechukwu Eyina Elemama as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Mr. Okechukwu Eyina Elemama is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm Professor Anwuka Anthony Gozie as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Professor Anwuka Anthony Gozie is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Mohammed Musa Bello as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Mohammed Musa Bello is hereby confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Adamu Adamu as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Adamu Adamu is hereby confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Aisha Abubakar as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Aisha Abubakar is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Will the Senate confirm the nomination of Chibuike Rotimi Amechi as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Chibuike Rotimi Amechi is confirmed as Minister of the Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Distinguished colleagues, once again, as I said earlier, I want to thank you all for the time and the contribution towards the screening exercise that were taking place. It is a challenge now. We congratulate the ministers who will be sworn in to begin their work and forming the team to work with our president in moving Nigeria forward. And we hope that the confidence that they have shown here and the pledges they have made, they will go ahead to work with in the government for all the promises that have been made to Nigerians. And I do hope that also as senators, when we do start our work in our oversight function, we can hold them accountable to some of the issues that they put before us here. Because now that the government is in place with the cabinet, then we must hold them responsible to deliver on these issues. It is now 4:25 p.m. Distinguished Senator, I hereby adjourn the Senate to Tuesday, 3rd of November, 2015 at 10 a.m. prompt.